Hi, I'm Barb Brekke. I serve on the Scott County Extension Committee. I've been lucky to serve on the committee for almost 6 years and have spent the last several years chairing the committee. Also, Extension has just a great place in my heart. I grew up as a 4-H'er here in Scott County, and 4-H literally did change my life. Then I worked for Scott County Extension as a young person. Then again, I worked for the University of Minnesota as an extension educator back in the 1990s, I think. There we go. And since then, I've served as a 4-H volunteer, and all 4 of my children have been very active in 4-H. So I've kind of played the gamut and served as an extension employee, a volunteer, a participant, and a supporter. Scott County has a great partnership with the Minnesota Extension Service and the University of Minnesota. I think over the years I've seen really great fruit of that partnership. We've added positions in my lifetime and tenure. We've changed the program focus of positions, which has been great. We've done some new and interesting things when they've been a little bit different than, for example, traditional 4-H. We've added a lot of things that have supplemented that program and reach a lot more kids. So the great thing about our partnership has been that it has been flexible, and both sides, the county and the university, have been able to react and make some things work. So I really value the flexibility, the willingness to get together and talk about new things and see if we can make them work. Like in most counties, I think the challenge has been, at least especially in the last decade, is using resources wisely and trying to make those resources spread and do a lot of good work. So the criteria we really look at from an extension committee level is we're looking at programs where we're still interested in the raw numbers. How many participants are involved in programs, and not necessarily just the number of participants, but what's their level of involvement? How many hours of education or programs or training are they getting? Then, of course, we need to know about the outcomes. We need to know about what changes as a result of extension programs. All of that data compiled with the needs, really the needs of our individual county, are important to be used when we make program decisions. Unfortunately, it seems that we often wrestle with how can we make a limited amount of dollars or even a less amount of dollars go further. So those criteria become very important when we're wrestling with those decisions and trying to set budgets and set program parameters for each year. It's important for the Extension Committee and other stakeholders to have data accessible and timely. Often it takes a very long time to get the data and the outcomes on our programs because that's a long process. But in reality, when decisions need to be made quickly and it's budget time, we need the data right then, and we need it to be accessible. In some ways, it would be great if county staff could work on almost a database of outcomes that's accessible to stakeholders at any point in time, that shows not just numbers, of course, and content, educational content, but also outcomes, and ties it all together for us. I really would challenge Extension to see if we can come up with some kind of system that helps keep track of that data in one place for a county and then makes it accessible to the county stakeholders often. One of the challenges I see as Extension has improved and grown is that there's a lot of emphasis on structure. We have a lot of people and a lot of resources constantly evaluating and maybe building and improving on structure. But from a county position, from a county stakeholder position, I really see that Extension needs more boots on the ground. We need to see more people delivering programs, interacting with people, and building relationships. That would mean a big deal to our partnership here in Scott County, and I think it would help us Extension cheerleaders do even better to advocate for Extension and create even better, more impactful programs.